It could be 187, but it can't be 185.2 because it has to be a whole number. Another input we give to the moving average, the third one, is the method, so the type of average. Here, as always, we need to use enum, but my method, written like this. This is the variable we are creating ourselves, and we can name it however we like. You can call it whatever you prefer. I called it my method to remind myself that it's the method I'm using for this moving average. And here I have the input, the type of average, which will be the first thing I see in my expert advisor. In this case, I set it to ESMA, but we can change it. We can set it to EMA, an exponential moving average, or whatever you need. Let's set it to EMA. We'll leave it like this. After all, this is just a test. Next, we have all the inputs needed to use the RSI. So the first one is again the time frame, just like before. So let's go ahead and name it. In this case, I called it RSI time frame, so it's clear that it refers to the RSI. Let's set it to H1. The RSI periods, just like before, we have the input again, and again it's an integer because the periods are always whole numbers. We name it as we like and enter our number. Then after the semicolon, we add the comment that we will later read in MetaTrader. I'll show you in MetaTrader how the expert appears. We have the price to which we apply the RSI. So here as well, input and num applied price are the name of our variable. Here we specify. In this case, I apply it to the close price. Then I've also added two other values that I might need in the expert, which are again two integer values, so input and int. The trigger for making a sell. For example, I might want to sell when the RSI is greater than 70, so if I save 70 in this variable, or buy if it's below 30. These values that I set as input will also be values I can use during future optimization, because I'll be able to change them. Everything that is set as input can be changed. Everything that is written in the code is fixed and cannot be changed.